This is the 350 watt Predator power station from Harbor Freight, which I use to power this tool shed. When I moved onto this property, I was renovating the house outside, and every time I would come out to my tool shed, it would be pitch black dark and my batteries would be dead. So I decided I needed to grab a power station so I could run a light and charge my batteries. I started looking up power stations online, but honestly, I was just fed up of coming out here and it being dark. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna run over to Harbor Freight. It's the only place in my town that has a power station that you can just go buy. So I went and picked one up, and I knew that eventually I wanted this whole shed to be solar powered, and the Predator power station seems like a pretty good place to start with that. So after using it for several months now, there's a lot of things that I really like about it, and a few things that I don't. So I narrowed it down to the 5 best things about the Predator power station and the 3 worst things about the power station. So let's talk about these things, and then you can decide by the end of the video if this is the right power station for you, or if it's worth the price, or if you should go in a different direction. So the first thing that I really like about this power station is not exactly unique to this power station, but I wanted to point out that 350 watts is more than enough to power everything I need to power in this little tool shed. So you can see I've got 2 extension cords plugged into the AC ports here, which I use to charge all of my batteries. I run these pretty nice Bluetooth speakers. I've got a light on my workbench and a light overhead. Now if we come around to the other side of the shed, you're going to see this weird wall here. That wall separates my tool shed from my YouTube studio. So on the YouTube studio side of things, I've got a little fan running in the window, and I have all my lighting down here. I can hook up cameras and batteries and laptops and whatever I need to. And sometimes I even move my overhead light from the tool shed side to the YouTube side up here. So the fact that you can do all of that with this one little 350 watt power station is just incredible to me. So right now I've got my box fan running over there, I've got my overhead light on, and I've got batteries charging, and I'm not even using half of the capacity of this thing. Now of course there are some limitations I've had to work with. For example, you see I've got a miter saw sitting here. I can't run that on the power station, it uses too much power. My shop vac over there, it uses too much power. So for items like that, I have to run an extension cord out here. So the second thing that I really like about this power station is just how easy it is to set up and use. It's literally just plug and play. Part of the reason I went with this little power station instead of a standard typical solar setup is because I wanted something that you literally just had to plug a solar panel into. This is a battery, charge controller, and inverter all in one, and you literally just have to plug your panel into it. It's that easy. And there's so many options on what you can do with it. You can charge it using an AC plug. It's got a DC Anderson connector input, which is what I use for my solar panel. And you've even got a USB-C port here that you can charge it with. The USB-C port can be used for in or out. And you can see it's also got a car charger port here, which a lot of the portable solar panels use, or you could just charge it with your car if you're on the go. So there's a lot of flexibility on how you can use this thing, how you can keep it charged. And if you're looking to use it for a solar setup like me, there's even more choices. You can have a more stationary setup like I do. You can use it for portable solar charging, like if you're camping. So there's just all sorts of use cases for this power station. Now the third thing that I really like about this power station is the portability. The fact that you can just pick it up and take it anywhere. I often find myself taking it to other parts of my property to charge batteries while I'm working on something pretty far away from the tool shed. Sorry if you hear this really annoying bird. Last week I had a leak in my crawl space that I had to fix, and there was a lot of moisture down there. So I used this power station to run a fan to try to ventilate the air a little bit down there. And a few weeks before that, I was replacing the battery in my truck, and it was like 90 something degrees that day. So I used this thing to run a fan on me while I was working on the truck. I've used it to run air compressors so I could pump up tires on the go. I've used it to run tools in my house. There's a million reasons why you could use one of these things. The fourth thing that I really like about it is just the durability. It's got a really tough, rugged design. I've thrown it around, I've sat it in the mud, I've taken it all over the place. I've been pretty rough on it, and it still looks great, still works great. I have no concerns about the build quality whatsoever. I know some of the cheaper power stations have like handles that will snap off. That handle is tough. I've got no concerns about it. It's a really tough, rugged handle. But not only that, I've used it in a lot of really hot situations and really high heat. I've used it outside in direct sunlight in the middle of the summer, but I've also used it in this shed in the middle of the summer. It gets hot in this shed. Peak of the summer, I mean, we're pushing triple digits easy, and I've had no issues at this power station. I know some people in the comments are probably going to say, oh, you're not supposed to use power stations in extreme temperatures, and you're right, but hey man, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I'm glad that this thing is able to do that when I need it to do it. Now, the fifth thing that I really love about this power station is the 5-year warranty. Now, we all know Harbor Freight has a reputation. So if you're going to be worried about anything with this power station, it's whether or not it's going to last. Harbor Freight's all about their quality tools at low prices, but sometimes they forget about the quality tools part. So I think it's very smart of Harbor Freight to stick a 5-year warranty on this thing, because it completely diminishes that concern for me. If there wasn't a 5-year warranty, I don't think there's any way that I would drop $280 on anything from Harbor Freight, but the warranty helps me sleep soundly at night because I know if anything does go wrong with it, I can take it back. If I'm able to get 5 good years out of this thing, I'll be happy, and if not, then I can take it back. So it's a win-win. Alright, so that was the 5 best features about this power station, in my opinion. If you're somebody who's a power station enthusiast and you've owned tons of these things, maybe that stuff doesn't impress you, because I know a lot of it isn't exactly unique to the Predator power station, but since this is the first one I've ever owned, those are things that have kind of surprised me of how much I've enjoyed those features. I really didn't expect it to be so easy to hook it up to solar. I really didn't expect it to be so versatile and for me to be able to use it in so many different ways. I'm really surprised at how far 350 watts can go, like I said, powering everything in this shed. So a lot of those things just surprised me in a pleasant way and sort of reaffirmed my belief that this is a good purchase. But with that being said, let's talk about my 3 least favorite things. And you're probably wondering why I have 5 good things and 3 bad things. Well, I could really only think of 3 bad things, which in itself is a good thing. Alright, so let's talk about my least favorite thing, which is basically false advertising. If we take a look at the box, you'll see here it says, fully charge in only 2 hours.
You sit on a throne of lies.
There's a little asterisk next to that, and boy, that asterisk is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The truth is, it actually charges in about 4 hours, so about double what's advertised. So let me explain what that asterisk means. So the way that most people are going to charge this thing is by using the AC port on the back, and that charges it in about 4 hours, which is really slow compared to some of the other power stations you can buy in the same price range. But if you remember earlier, I said you can also charge it using a USB-C. So the way that they came up with their 2-hour claim, you actually have to charge it using the AC port on the back and the USB-C port on the front at the same time. If you charge it with both of those at the same time, then it's around 2 hours. But like, who's gonna do that? And I'm sure the people who made this product and made this packaging are very aware that nobody's gonna do that, but they chose to put 2-hour charging time on the packaging anyways. So that just feels a little shady to me. Alright, so my second least favorite thing about this power station is the price. Now, I've used this thing so much, I don't really feel like I've overpaid. I feel like I've got my money's worth out of it, so I'm not that mad about the price. But if you look online at comparable alternatives, you'll see that there's some pretty similar power stations for like $200 or less. And this is $280, which if you were buying it from like Lowe's or Tractor Supply, I might understand, but Harbor Freight's whole thing is being cheaper than everywhere else. So the fact that their power station is actually more expensive than most places just doesn't really add up to me. So in my opinion, I don't think you should let that discourage you from buying this per se, because like I said, I've got my money's worth out of it. I'm really happy with it. And you're kind of paying for that 5-year warranty plus the convenience of being able to go to the store and pick it up today. So if you factor all of that in, I think it's worth it. But if you really do your homework online, you can probably find something pretty similar, if not better, for cheaper. And if you want some suggestions for alternatives, go check out my last video I made about this thing where I hooked up the solar panel to it. There's a lot of comments under that video of people suggesting other brands. So I would go look through those comments and look up some of those brands that people are suggesting and see if one of those alternatives fits your needs better. Alright, now the final thing that I consider to be in my top 3 worst features is really, really bad. I mean super bad. After you hear this, there's probably no chance you're going to buy this thing. Nah, I'm kidding, it's not that big of a deal. It's just that whenever you have it hooked up to solar, a lot of times whenever the solar kicks in and starts charging when the sun comes up, the screen comes on by itself and then just doesn't go back off. So I'll just like come out here in the evening and the screen will be on for no reason, and it's probably been on for hours. And I know the screen doesn't use up a whole lot of juice, but it's annoying that it's using up any juice when I don't want it to be. And it also concerns me about the longevity of the screen, like are the pixels in here gonna burn out or something because it's on all day? I don't know. So it's not that big of a deal, it's just something that kind of annoys me every time I walk in here and see the screen on. So drop a comment and let me know what you think about this power station. I know you were probably going to anyways because for some reason Harbor Freight products are super controversial. Anytime I make a video about Harbor Freight products, I get a million comments about how terrible Harbor Freight is. But regardless, I love reading through the comments. Every time I make a video about something like this, you guys drop knowledge that I've never heard before and I learn things. So feel free to leave a comment. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and I will see you in the next one.